Hello, dear friends. I'm Father Attilio, a missionary of the Divine Word Society, SVD, and this video is about the possibility to go in August to Zambia to do missionary service and also to visit some beautiful place there. So I'm explaining now what it is about. So I will stay at the SVD house in Livingstone in August to welcome volunteers, to pick them up at the airport and organize the service according to what are the needs in the place and what the volunteers can do, their skills. And I will try to help if there is any problems. So Zambia is this country in red. We will be in Livingstone in the south. Then Livingstone is the city just close to the Victoria Falls. And actually the falls, the Victoria Falls, half belongs to Zimbabwe and half to Zambia. And volunteers will be able to decide how long they will stay in the Livingstone house. They will personally make their own airfare. They will be willing to use 2/3 of their time to do some volunteer service and 1/3 of their time they can use for tourism to visit the place. The SVD house in Livingstone is to be renovated to make it more comfortable and suitable for people accustomed to a European way of life. Each room will then have a bathroom and can accommodate 2 people. And our commitment is to find financial aid needed to renovate the house. And the house will be available for us in August to use. And here we can see the house, the front, the garden in front of the house. On the other side, as you can see, is already a decent house. This is in the back of the house. The house is located right in the center of the town of Livingstone, so there are many stores nearby where you can find both local and European products. Actually, the daily food of Zambian people has maize porridge as a staple, which they eat every day at every meal. For us, we will see if we can find a local cook to prepare food or cook ourselves, depending on the capacity we have, the people we have. This is the market near the house. As you can see, there is plenty of food. And there is also a supermarket, so we can go there to buy for making our food if we like. And travel is also fairly easy from Livingstone using local transportation, because Livingstone, having one of the 3 largest and most famous waterfalls in the world, attract many tourists. So those who want can take the bus and travel to visit other areas. However, we will have also a car that will be given to us by the comfort there, or otherwise we can rent a car. And Livingstone has also an international airport close by. So this is the international airport of Livingstone that is just 5 kilometers from our house. To cover the various expenses, each volunteer will pay a daily fee, which will be more or less 30 euros, with a 2-bedroom and 45 euros for a single room. If the volunteer are people who regularly attend Sunday Mass and then they help the church, then they will get a discount. And their fee will be 25 euros per day for a 2-bedroom and 35 euros for single room. If 2 or more people are members of the same family, each of them will get a discount of 5 euros per day. So it's not very expensive. It's a reasonable price for staying there. In the house, 7 or 8 rooms will be available for people to be there. So maybe there is no problem at all, but if too many people want to come there in the same period of time and there is no possibility to accommodate them all at once, then we will have some criteria to determine who has the priority to be there. And will give priority to those who are most committed to church and missionary service. But everybody can go there, just is about who has the priority in choosing the time to be there. Concerning the health, there is not much trouble because there is no yellow fever there, so there is no need for vaccination against it. And just malaria has to be prevented just by taking some of the medicine that they use to cure the malaria. So like chloroquine, mefloquine, others, and just for 2 or 3 weeks to take some pills of this medicine that is very simple and very effective. Concerning the weather, July is the coldest month of the year, and in September the temperature starts to rise, while October and November are the warmest months. So August is a month of transition. It is comfortable at the beginning of the month, still fresh, with the temperature rising as the weeks go by. And we can see here in the beginning, the 1st of August, the temperature can be around 25, 26 degrees, and at the end of August, more or less 30 degrees. And the good news is also that in August, Livingstone is not humid, with an average of 32% of humidity. That is comfortable. About security, Zambia is one of the few African countries that has never had wars since it became independent from Britain. And there are no problems of terrorism, extremism, violence. So the people are very peaceful, and Zambia is not considered a dangerous place for foreigners. So this is why also we choose to go to Zambia. So each person must buy his or her own ticket, and you have to find the cheapest ticket at the most convenient time. And at least from Italy, from Europe, no entry visa is required. Just to have an idea, here we have some prices. We have from Florence, the city nearby, so the cheapest is 795 euros and the fastest is 1,300. This is in February. Of course, it can be higher or lower in other times of the year. And it's good to have an insurance for any problems, especially for health problem. And the parameters for the insurance vary from the duration of the trip and the age of the person to be insured. But more or less are like the following. For example, this type of coverage for insurance calculated for men about 60 years old and lasting there for 10 days. So for the medical expense reimbursement is 250,000 euros for illness or accident. And for luggage loss is 1,000 euros. And this kind of insurance costs 50 euros. And then also you have the second type of insurance that cover the expenses for health issues, but also for permanent disability or for death, and the price is higher, 75 euros. But of course there is no such danger, so it's not really needed this kind of insurance. But anyway, each one can choose the insurance he prefers. And now what kind of missionary service we can do there? There is there an SVD parish in Livingstone, 15-minute walk away, and also the sisters, the SSPS sisters, founded by our founder Arnold Jansen, and also the cathedral is just 5 minutes away. So it's very near, and we can organize activity with children, youth, and adults, courses for computers, for sewing, for music, for practical skills, and everything depending on the ability we have to teach something. But also we can participate to the activities there, the local activities in these parishes, and to immerse ourselves in their culture. Or we can also have experiences in other SVD missions, always in Zambia, in more interior part of the country. This is SVD parish in Livingstone, and this is the interior of the church. And this is the cathedral, which is a more beautiful church. This is the interior. These are young people I found there, and they were discussing youth activity. We took a picture together. But there is also the possibility to go from Livingstone to the north, more to the north to Kabwe, where there is another SVD mission, and to stay there with the missionary, Indian missionary is there. So this is the mission rectory in Kabwe, this mission more in the north, and the missionary there is very open to welcome people there and to take care of them and to organize the service. In that mission, they are building a very huge church. This is the interior, and this is the church they are using right now, and this is a picture with some people were there for the daily mass. And the mission has also an elementary school, so it's possible also to organize activity in the school with children. And this is the interior of one classroom. Some beautiful children there. The African children are very beautiful, very nice. 2/3 of the time would be to have an exposure, a missionary exposure, to do some activity, some service, but then there is time also to visit some place. And everyone is free to make their own arrangements as they see fit. Either staying in the Livingstone area with the waterfalls and the safari, or going to other areas. And I will try to help as much as possible with travel and organization. So this is the Victoria Falls, very famous, the side of Zambia and the other side of Zimbabwe. So you can cross the bridge and pass from Zambia to Zimbabwe to see both sides. So the beautiful Victoria Falls, that is really worthy to see. Also there are many tourist attractions like the jumping you can do from the bridge. Or you can go by boat on the river there. And there is also some cultural activities for tourists to know Zambia culture. And there are the safari. There are plenty of elephants there and all other animals typical of Africa. Who go to the safari has to pay for the safari, then it will be guided with cars and they will visit. So who is interested has to write to this email or to my WhatsApp. And of course the language will be English. The people there speak quite well English. So it will be also an international experience because there will be people from other countries, and that's very nice. So if you have some questions, you can ask. Don't worry if your English is not good or you cannot speak English at all. We will have people who can translate and we do things together. So welcome to join this project. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me. God bless you.